I'm making some Roquefort cheese and herb biscuits. Couple things I want to stress, and that is the kneading and how you roll them out. These are really good. First, I'm going to start with the cheese, and I'm going to add some thyme and some basil for the herbs. And then I have some chopped green onion tops that I'm going to add in to give it a little more flavor. And I'm just going to kind of stir those together. I'll let those set aside. Here I have my flour I measured. I'm going to add baking powder, some baking soda, and some salt to that mixture. And I'll take the same spoon, I'm just going to blend those together like that. Once you prep the stuff, it's always so much easier to make. Okay, first I'm going to take my flour mixture and put it in my mixing bowl. And then I'm going to add the cheese mixture and spices. And I'm going to add the butter I measured out. Now I'm going to just kind of toss them around because they're a little sticky, and with the flour mixture and the dry flour and herbs will keep them from sticking more. Then I'm going to take my pastry cutter and just cut through the butter and the cheese and cut it into the flour mixture. Once you have that cut in, where it just looks like little pebbles, then I'm going to add in some buttermilk. Stir that up so you get the dry mixture all blended in. You don't want to leave any of the herbs in the bottom of it. That's what'll make the flavor so good. Okay, now I'm going to roll these out, and I will show you how you will knead the biscuits. Now when you think of kneading, you usually think of yeast spreads. But biscuits also have to be kneaded a little bit. You want to put a little bit of flour on here, not a whole lot. And I'm going to turn this out on the surface. Now, if you knead them too much, biscuits will become tough. But if you don't knead them enough, they won't hold together and they'll be lumpy. There's a big difference in kneading baking powder, biscuits, and rolls from kneading the bread, the yeast spread. You want to knead it just until it's smooth and not. Now, of course, you're going to have the natural lumps from the cheese in this one. But you'll be able to tell when the dough is sticking together enough that you can roll it out. It only takes a few minutes. See how a nice smooth ball it's made there? So I'm just going to dust it a little bit more with the flour. And then I like these rolled out about from 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. greased pan here, so I'm just gonna put them on a baking sheet. See how nice they are? That's about the size you want them. Now, when you roll noodles, noodles are a lot thinner, and the pie crust is a little bit thinner. So everything has a different, see how nice they are. So when a recipe says roll, it could mean any thickness. Usually a good recipe will tell you how thick to roll the biscuits or the noodles. Or now the dough that you have left, you'll have to re-roll it. But again, you don't want to be kneading it too much because it'll become tough. And most of the time you won't need to add any extra flour or anything. You'll just maybe dust your surface a little bit so it doesn't stick. And then I always take what I have left, just so I don't waste any, and I put it in a ball, and I just flatten it out and make a little biscuit. Now I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'll show them to you after they're finished. Here they are, fresh out of the oven, and they really smell good. These would be great to serve with an Italian dinner, or with vegetable soup, or just as a snack. They're great.